Hello and welcome to a new lesson, present simple tense. In this lesson, we will talk about the structure of present simple tense, examples and usage. This is lecture 2 and rule 2. Let's discuss about this topic in detail. Present simple tense structure in the affirmative or positive form of sentence. In every sentence we have subjects, but in this structure we have the first form of, and then we have objects, or we call it other words. If your subject is I and we use first form of the verb drink, not drinks, and then we have object juice. Likewise, if you have the subject you, we use first form of the verb like go, and then we have to college. Continue, we have the subject they eat fish. If we have plural noun like boys, like girls, like students, people, then we use first form of the verb play, and then we have object tennis. Let's see the examples. I drink juice. We cannot say I drinks juice. That is wrong. Likewise, we eat food. You go to college. They eat fish, and boys play tennis. We continue our discussion about the structure of present simple tense, but in negative form of sentence. We have the subject, but in the negative form of this rule, we use do not or don't plus first form of the verb, and then we have objects, or we call it other words. Likewise, if we have subject I and we use don't and then drink. We cannot say don't drinks. It's wrong. Or we cannot say doesn't drink, because our subject is I or we, and we have the juice. Likewise, you don't go to college. They don't eat fish. Plural noun like boys, girls, people, students don't play tennis. See the examples of present simple tense in the negative form. I don't drink juice. We don't eat food. You don't go to college. They don't eat fish. Boys don't play tennis. We continue our discussion. We have now the structure of present simple tense in question or interrogative form of sentence. In the question form, do in this rule comes first or before the subject. We have subjects, then we have first form of the verb, objects or other words. Like for example, do I, or you can use we drink juice. Likewise, do you go to college? Do they eat fish? Do boys play tennis? What is to notice is that in the question form of this structure, we use do before the subject. And of course, first form of the verb is usually used in the negative or interrogative form of present simple tense. We continue our discussion. Now see the examples. Do I drink juice? Do we eat food? Do you go to college? Do they eat fish? Do boys play tennis? Now we continue and move on to the next stage, interrogative sentence, but with question words like why, when, how, where, what, who. See the examples. Why do I help people? When do they finish work? How do you go to college? What do they fight for? Where do boys play tennis? What we notice here is that question words are used before do, and then we have subject. This is very important to notice. We continue our discussion. Now, usage of present simple tense, and the first point is it shows habit. Let's see examples. I get up early in the morning. It's my habit to get up every day in the morning. Likewise, we always go to market. You cook food every day. They usually play with their friends. Robots work well. So what we notice is that all these sentences show habit. The task being repeated every day, again and again. We have the next idea in this direction, usage of present simple tense. And the second point is it shows permanent or universal truth. Truth that is permanent. Facts which are acknowledged by people all over the world. Universally accepted. That is why we call it universal truth. There is no conflict in accepting such facts. How? Look at the examples. Scientists believe in facts. Permanent. It's a universal truth. The rays shine bright. The stars glitter in the night. Clouds give us rain. All these examples refer to permanent or universal truth about facts. Continue our discussion about usage of present simple tense. And third point is it shows future action. How? The final exams start next week. The planes arrive at 3 a.m. tomorrow. The trains leave in 10 minutes. They travel Panama next month. What we notice here is that the structure is in the present simple tense, but the meaning is reflected in future tense. Why? Because an action is planned in advance. In such cases, present simple tense is used to schedule a plan in advance. Hope you understand the concept. Thank you and goodbye.